What's up guys, Invader1 here again, and this time with another Platinum Speedrun tutorial guide. But this time we are doing it on Firebase Glacier. I know you guys have been asking for it, you guys want to see it, you guys want to know it, so here it is, okay? And this is not the best time in no shape or form, guys, but you can definitely use the strategy to be able to run your speedruns and even get better times. The best time right now on console, I think it's 8 minutes and 35 seconds around there. On PC, it's 8 minutes, but guys, to be able to get those kind of times, it all depends on the objectives, and you gotta play quite a few runs to be able to get times like that. But with this kind of strategy, guys, you can get games under 10 minutes. You could get even 8.5 minute games, 9 minute games, 10 minute games. So let's get on to it, guys. I want to talk about each position. I did make a few mistakes here, so I will talk about that. So make sure that you guys do not make the same mistake as I do. So that's why we have video game commentary, so I can tell you guys what's going on. All right, so in this situation, we're bringing a few drills, and I myself, I'm on all these speedrun videos. I'm going to be a Geth Infiltrator just for the Geth Hunter vision, so you guys can see as a tutorial what's happening. You guys do not have to use the Geth, the Geth. You can use drills. I like using we like using the drill Infiltrator only because of the recon mine, and we place the recon mines by the spawn areas, and that really helps out. That's one of the reasons why we do that. Another thing, guys, about speedruns is that positioning is extremely important. Okay, so Glacier's the smallest map in the game. It's the best map for the best times, and to compete against. There's a lot of things like the PC guys do, and the PC guys versus the console guys, and the speedrun map. The typical speedrun map that everybody knows about is pretty much always Glacier. So anyways, we're gonna go into it, guys. I definitely recommend in this situation. I got the GI for that. You could use the GI, the drills, but I'm gonna be honest with you. You could use pretty much any character in a speedrun as long as you're fast and you use these tactics. You could use a Vanguard. You could use whatever. It's good to have the appropriate weapons like the Harrier or high DPS weapons, or even weapons that take out enemies quickly like the Claymore. Okay, even the Wraith or the AT Raider, weapons like that. You could do speed runs with pretty much any character, almost any weapon. The only thing is that I definitely recommend either high DPS weapons or weapons that take out enemies, which with a lot of damage. Even the Javelin will be good. For this kind of speed run, though, I definitely recommend like assault rifles, like we're doing here, Cerberus Harriers or shotguns, to be able to help you out. Because in reality, this is more of a missiles, nuke spawning kind of strategy. So let's go into it. All right. I'm going to start on position 4. Position 4 is right here by the dark room. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm kind of trying to show you guys where they're situated at, but I'm going to be doing those positions anyways. I'm standing here. It's very important that you're facing this area because this is also a spawn point where I'm standing at. Where I'm just by standing here, I'm ensuring that they spawn all the way at the bottom. And as you can see, the person in first position is going right at it. Then they called break. He already shot his missiles. I'm going down and doing some cleanup, and then that's it. Wave is done. So he did his missiles. He came in, call break. Break means that leave your positions immediately and start helping to clean up the stragglers. Now wave 2 is coming. Rinse and repeat. That's the way it's going to be. And you see, we're forcing them to spawn by the basement, and that it's extremely helpful. Now you see wave completed, it's already done. Now wave 3 is very important that you do not stay there. As soon as wave 3 is done, you come down here. If you're fourth position, the position that I was in, to force them to spawn here. You see this little area, the nook? That's where you pretty much want to spawn at all times, because what happens is after you finish the objective, if they're still there and they stay there, you can use the cleanup missile to just clean them out with one missile and just kill all of them and just destroy the stragglers. So that's the strategy, guys. You want to keep them spawning in that little nook area that you just saw them at. Finish the objective and then come back and clean them up. Use a missile, one missile for cleanup, and that'll be fine. You definitely have to spread the missiles around. So not you're not always going to be the guy using the cleanup missile. You have to you could only use one cleanup missile per teammate, so because in all honesty you're going to need the missiles for later. So in this situation now it's cleanup. There's a cleanup missile going up there, and we're just going right ahead and just pretty much cleaning up anything that we see, any little stragglers. Wave completed. Now, when you have to switch, now you're not going clockwise, you're going this way. You're going the other way, counterclockwise. So now this is the next position. All right, so in this position, you're going to want to hold out in this area. You're not doing anything except, forcing the spawns, making sure that they do not spawn here. You're looking towards the center of the map. And then when they call break, when it's time to break, you run in and you clean out every single little straggler. That's what you're going to want to do. Okay, so you're pretty much back there. Boom, done. Wave completed. You have to run back. Got to make sure you get back there. You're facing the little nook area. Now you're standing there, forcing the spawns. Rinse and repeat. As you can see through the Geth Hunter vision, also you see what's going on the far out. And then when the situation calls for it, oh, didn't even need it. Wave completed, the missiles cleaned everything out, it was already done. Now, for the objective, I made a mistake here. I was not supposed to stay here for the objective because we want them to spawn there, as I said in the previous objective. You notice that on the previous objective they spawn right there in the nooks. So you see how they spawn all in that little area. That wasn't the right thing to do. So I made a mistake. What I needed to do is I needed to step out from that area and go towards the LZ. Right here where I'm looking at, right here towards the LZ, and face away from it, so like that they would have spawned right in there. Now, we got objectives. These are the toughest. Some of the toughest objectives for this is this devices. When you get devices, it could really mess things up. Devices are a little tough for speed runs because you don't know where they're going to end up on the map. If you have a hack is good, and escort is really good, for speed runs, but objectives like this, you never know where they're going to show up, and then you might have forced all the enemies into the nook. But if like we had a situation before where all three objectives were great, they were all far out and all the enemies were in the nook, but then all of a sudden the fourth objective, guess where it was? In the nook. And it was so difficult, so that speedrun did not work out, so I did not use it. But that's why this objective is tough. Now, once it is done, you notice you got the dollar, you got the credit symbol. You can go right ahead, use a cleanup missile, wave completed. Now, this is the next position. In this position, you're going to want to be by the LZ, and you're going to want to face down here in the beginning of the wave. You're going to want to make sure that they do not spawn there, that they do not pop up, no phantoms come up, and you're here. And you notice that in these waves, okay, in these later waves like wave 7, you notice that the person nuking in the first position right in front of me, he's not moving. He's right from that little corner. He's shooting his missiles right there directly. They got to reconomize so they can see when the enemies fall down and shoot a missile so that they can clean it up. Now, in my situation, you see what I did here? I made a mistake. That prime should not have been there. I should have been in front of the right inside and ready to go right ahead and and nuke the spawn. So what I did is I kind of took advantage. I went right ahead and did what I had to do to clean it up. But this was a mistake, and that's why I ended up with less missiles than I wanted and kind of messed up the time. But guys, what I should have done is I should have been here already. I got here a little too late, and this is what happened. They got a little bit hairy. But now I should have been here already in the beginning of the wave, and now in this situation it actually worked out. Was able to do it. Another missile. I didn't have enough missiles to finish off everything, and it kind of split on us, and I had to call for a missile. So this is where I made a mistake. Could have done a little better here, guys. So just make sure you do not do that. Make sure you're standing here. You go right in. And by the way, these waves on the second missile run that I did, I didn't have to stand there. I could have gone back and forth. That was another mistake. I should have gone forward like I did on the previous wave. I should have, in the beginning of the wave, I stand there, but then I go right ahead and go forward, nuke it, come back. They will spawn here. I would nuke it and go back and forth. Okay, and that's what I should do. Now, oh, by the way, you see me doing this. It's good to have armor-piercing rounds or drill rounds to be able to shoot through cover, right? To be able to shoot through walls like that. In situations like this, when you have targets, or this kind of objective, you could just protect yourself by not even being in front of the enemy. So in the objective, This objective, what we had as targets, and what you want to do is you want to be able to take out the targets just with concentrated fire. When you do that, it'll make it easier for you to have cleanup missiles at the end, and that makes it a little easier. So now we're killing all the targets, trying to get rid of them, and do focus fire. And now it's just a matter of using cleanup missiles at the end. This situation, I was using I'm using Cerberus Harrier and the Scorpion for like phantoms and stuff like that. I didn't really take it out much here, but as you can tell, we didn't have much of a problem. The time was decent, and this is still a good guide. Now, for extraction, guys, what you want to do is everyone. I'm still going to be at this area. You're going to have one person at the Nook, another person at the LZ, and another person by the first position where the missile. The missile position, and all we're doing is we're just staying here, just allowing the we're just forcing them to be at the bottom or forcing them to spawn right at the bottom of the map at the basement, and all we're doing is just holding them back. That's it, just holding them back for the last 2 minutes. And once we're done with that, then we get 20 seconds in, we go towards the LZ. So as you can see, guys, this is we're forcing the spawns, and this is a missile missile nuking, spawn nuking strategy and tactic. I made a few mistakes. This time could have been cut down. We probably could have done like 8 minutes and 50 seconds or something to that effect. But the objectives weren't the greatest. Once you get objectives like devices, that kind of mess things up a little bit. The other thing is that, again, I made a few mistakes, so I want to make sure that you guys paid attention to the commentary where I told you what to do, because I want to make sure that you guys avoid those mistakes. And the strategy here is pretty precise, so you want to make sure that you're on point on that, and the communication has to be key, guys. So as you can see, we're pretty much just taking our time to just hold back any enemies that come in. You want to use your ops packs, you want to use your meta gels, you don't want to depend on people to pick you up when it comes to speed runs. You want to use your consumables, and it's okay, guys. This is platinum. You're gonna get paid. It's fine. You're gonna get over 145,000 credits, so that's fine. No problem using meta gels, no problem using consumables. That's what a speed run is about. 20 seconds in, you want to get out of there, you want to go, and just get to the LZ, get a full extraction, get extra credits, and you're all set, guys. So this is our Glacier Platinum Speedrun tutorial guide, and I'm pretty sure that you guys can use this same strategy. You can work it and get even way better times than this. Right now the records are 8 minutes for PC, and I think 8 minutes and 35 seconds on console. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and please comment, rate, and subscribe. It definitely helps me out, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Invader 1 out.